Later, after looking at the incline, Morecambe arrived back at the transfer yard, very tired. He was just going to sleep when Duncan sneaked up behind him in his cheeky way. He was hiding behind some shrubs. Ah, look at him, having his little beauty sleep. Well, this is one make-up call he won't forget. This will teach him a lesson for nearly getting me into trouble. And he raced out from the shrubs, then bumped into the bell flatbed, and bumped into the siding, where Bell got caught on another tree branch, and rang, and rang, and rang. Then the branch snapped, and the bell fell onto the traps. Gosh, Mocko, who was startled by the noise. Oh, idiot! Later, Rusty, the workman, and the thing controller arrived. They had heard the bell and thought there was an emergency. Oh, Mocko bumped the bell, sir, and broke it. It was a faulty one, sir. There's nothing wrong with that bell, and you knew it, Duncan, said Mr. Percival crossly. You bumped into it, but deliberately. Oh, no, I didn't, said Duncan, trying to sound honest. It was Mocko's fault. I saw everything. Do you know the story of Boy Who Cried Wolf, Duncan? Asked the thing controller. No, I haven't. Why? He asked. It's about a boy who kept pretending he'd seen a wolf. He cried out, "Help! Wolf!" and all the villagers would come running. The boy would laugh and said, "Ha ha, trick you!" Then what happened? Asked Rusty. One day, the real wolf came into the village. The boy cried, "Help! Wolf!" But this time, nobody believed him. So, they didn't come. The engines gasped. Oh, and did the wolf gobble the boy up? Asked Duncan. So they say, finished the thing controller mysteriously. Duncan now wanted to admit that he did bump into a bell wagon. But he doesn't want to get into trouble. He wanted to get Mocko into trouble. I still didn't do it, he said. Eventually, Mr. Percival gave up. Okay, we better get back to our jobs. But Duncan, you stay here and clean up this mess he made, he said, pointing to the bell that fell off a flatbed. Oh, but sir, it's not my fault. It was Mocko's. No buts, no excuses. Just do it, for crying out loud, said Mr. Percival crossly, and he climbed aboard Rusty and rolled away. Meanwhile, at the sheds, Scarlet and the vet were there. The vet had tamed the injured seal with some fish, so that he could check up on the seal without startling it. Then, Rheneas puffed up behind the seal. He wanted to rest in the shed and was very tired. Oi, get off my line, you bad animal! Shoo! Shoo! He said, blowing its whistle. The seal was scared and modelled away with a broken flipper. Oh, Rheneas! Scarlet huffed crossly while puffing out of the shed. We were taming the seal so that the vet could check mend its broken flipper. Oops, sorry, said Rheneas. I'll help you look for him. I'll look at the village square. Right, said Scarlet, calming down. And me and the vet will look at Cloven's gate. So together, the two engineers went to find the seal. Meanwhile, Duncan was resting at the transfer yard. He needed more coal to get home. Then, he saw a seal right next to him. Duncan had never seen a seal before, but he thought it was a funny-looking wolf. Oh no! It's a wolf! It's come to eat me up! Oh, what shall I do? Oh, I'll whistle for help! He tried to blow his whistle, but it wasn't working. It was blocked with quarry dust. Oh no! Then he could see the bell on the flatbed. He knew there isn't an engine derailed or a fire, but it's an emergency. I must make this ring a good one, because I've only got little amount of steam. With this very last steam, Duncan bumped into the bell and rolled into the siding. Now he was stuck. The bell flew into the air and landed on the near transfer crane called Joe. Joe had just arrived yesterday, but he was equipped to anger crane. Get off me! Get the hell off my crane, on you little stupid ringing thing! He shouted crossly. Back at the shed, the ancients all heard the bell from a distance. "It sounds like there's an emergency," said Peter Sam. "We should go and help." "Don't bother, Peter Sam," said Sir Handel. "It's probably another false alarm." "That Duncan's a limit," agreed Rusty. But then he remembered the most important rule. Always attend to the emergency call, even if you think it's a false alarm. You never knew if there's an emergency or not. "Oh no," said Rusty, and he raced away to collect the workmen.